Welcome to today's Open Heavens Daily Devotional, written by Pastor Enoch Adeboye.
Thursday, June 11th, 2026. Topic: Love should not hinder God's will. Memory verse: Matthew 16:23. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me. For thou savourest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men. In December 2018, I went for the RCCG's annual Let's Go Fishing evangelism program, as I usually do. The roads were bad, but I didn't let that bother me because I was already used to traveling on bad roads. However, the roads were so bad that year that by the third day of the program, my body broke down completely, and I had to spend Christmas Day in bed. When it was time to return to Redemption City, I was so weak physically that I couldn't go by road. Therefore, arrangements were made for a helicopter to transport me. When the helicopter arrived, a crowd of people gathered around it, making it difficult for me to get on board. My protocol team managed to get me on board the helicopter. However, the crowd made it impossible for it to take off. They clung to the helicopter, and the situation became so charged that one of its windows broke. To God's glory, I survived that encounter and returned home safely. Sometimes people who love you may think that they are acting in your best interests. However, their actions might be causing more harm to you than good. The people who gathered around the helicopter, as I narrated above, didn't do so because they wanted to hurt me. They gathered because they love me, but they didn't know that their actions might have seriously harmed me. In today's Bible reading, Eliab was trying to protect David as every big brother would do. His younger brother had no combat training whatsoever, yet he was determined to challenge a seasoned warrior. If you were in Eliab's shoes, you would also have done everything possible to prevent David from facing Goliath. However, even though he had good intentions, his actions might have prevented David from fulfilling his destiny. Beloved, you must be careful to know when your loved ones are acting in a manner that would limit you from fulfilling God's plan for your life. In Matthew 16:21-23, Peter, who had just declared that Jesus is the Son of God, started to rebuke the master because he began to talk about his impending death. He obviously loved Jesus, yet he almost became a stumbling block to the Lord fulfilling his earthly assignment. I pray that God will help you discern whenever your loved one's actions are hindering his will for your life. May he give you the courage to refuse to allow their words and actions prevent you from doing his will, in Jesus' name.